Chocks and Chockets, and in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's the new Nestle Aero Caramel Melts. Yeah, so just done the chocolate ones. You might have already seen that review. So this is the caramel ones. So caramel flavours, you can clearly probably determine. There's no caramel in that from the image anyway, but I've had the regular Aero caramel bar and it's basically caramel flavouring. Let's have a look. What does it say? Caramel flavoured smooth bubbly milk chocolate pieces. So there we go. Yeah. Milk chocolate contains milk size 40% minimum vegetable fat in addition to cocoa butter. So there we go. So it is, yeah, just caramel flavour, unfortunately, which is a shame, really. I think you would say these would be great if they had the actual caramel in them, wouldn't you? Similar to the, sort of like the Cadbury caramel, what do they call it? Buttons or moments or something, I'm not sure yet. It's a missed opportunity, I think, by Nestle. I don't know why they don't do this in the actual bar either. I think it would be really good. Basically be a Whisper Gold in Aero form, and I don't know why they don't do that for the regular bar, and I don't know why they don't do that for, you know, yeah, these buttons. Yeah, or melts. But yeah, there we go. So they look quite nice. I like the packaging. Not too bad. What's it say on the back? Anything of interest? Well, let's have a look at the calories. I like the way they sort of, as I mentioned in the original one, it's love to share, where they're trying to sort of, you know, subconsciously make you not eat them all the bag, you know. I think it's a share bag, but I think most people would eat the whole bag. There's not a million. There's a lot in here, but there's not loads. Love to share with others, with a movie as a treat. There we go. Tear here as well. Okay, so know your servings. 12 sweets is one serving. So per 100 grams, 531 calories, 30.1 grams of fat, 17.8 of which are saturates. Per 12 sweets, 127 calories, 7.2 grams of fat, 4.3 of which are saturates. Yeah, and it's a 86 gram bag. Interesting, that. Interesting. I've just noticed that the regular ones, I mean, look at this. The regular chocolate melts. They're 92 grams, but these ones are 86. Now there's no excuse for that at all. I cannot believe that. It's the same size pack. They've literally given you less because it's the caramel ones. Just have a look at the orange ones as well. Yeah, the orange one's 86 as well. I can't believe that. Basically, when I was doing the regular chocolate one review, I could work out how many servings were in a pack because it was almost, basically the pack almost weighed 100 grams. So I worked out that there was pretty much 48 sweets in there. But you can't with this one because, well, not as easily because it's not as close to 100 grams. So it's just it's a real joke, actually. That's a real joke. I cannot believe they've done that. They've literally reduced it by 6 grams. You know, because don't forget, there's no caramel in this. It's just flavouring. So absolutely crackers. That's. I would say that's actually quite disgusting because, I mean, in other, you know, they do it a lot of the time, and other companies do it, you know, with other flavours and things, you know, and there's generally no excuse there. But really, you know, this one's the same size pack, as in it's, you know, physically the same size, and there's no difference between the, you know, all it is flavouring. It's just flavouring. So I don't think it weighs particularly anything. You know, it's just absorbed into the chocolate. So yeah, that's really poor. I think that. Really poor. Really poor. Alright, well, we'll bear that in mind. We'll count how many's in them. Basically, the other ones, I did put it at 40. They had actually 47. I think I counted 46, but one was left in the pack, stupidly. I forgot to take one out, or it didn't come out for whatever reason. I didn't see it. I don't know why that was. But so we'll count how many's in this one, just to see if that is the case, that there are actually less. Sometimes, I don't know, the weightage and things and how it works out doesn't always work out the way you'd think it would, but we'll give it a try. Alright, so Rainforest Alliance Cocoa Plan, working with Rainforest Alliance to support cocoa farmers and their communities. Find out more at ra.org. Basically, supporting local farmers and things like this is the gist of it, and providing means for them to get education and stuff like that, for their communities at least. So it's got loads of recycling type things on here, but you basically can't recycle it, and then just throw it in the bin there. Alright, there we go. And get in touch if you're not happy with it, stuff like that. No artificial colours, flavours or preservatives. As we mentioned before, the calories. Basically, most chocolate products between 500 and 550 calories, chocolate bars type things, by which I mean. This one's just over the middle ground of that. But alright, let's give them open. Let's find out how many are actually in here. So yeah, it should be 47 if it was close to the regular ones, so we'll see. Let's give them an open. Okay, I'm going to give these Nestle Aero Caramel Melts an open. Yeah, feel the bubbles melt. Yeah, so interesting. Quite like the design of it. I like the way the bubbles are a bit sort of yellowy, caramelly coloured. Quite interesting. But yeah, the contention here we had was the fact it's only an 86 gram pack, while the regular ones are 92. You can see there, 86, 92. You know, but there's no difference in size. The packs are the same size. You know, it's just purely the fact that this one is a caramel one, and they're just trying to save money basically. And yeah, and it's just criminal really. Okay, let's give them an opening. Start recording. I've done about what have I done? 915 reviews, if not more. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a place for other reviews, as well as some area related ones and other related ones as well that you might find of interest as well. So check those out. Hopefully you enjoy those too. I must say there's a lovely caramel smell as I open the pack here. You can see it's less than half full as well, which is a bit poor. I know obviously they've all bunched up at the bottom, but even so, that's how you'd find them in the shop. I think they'd be hanging from the top generally. So let's pour them out. Let's see how many there actually is. Okay. Right. So I know lots of people sometimes don't like the fact that I take a lot of time over things other than just tasting them. But as I say, it's cases like this which prove it is worth doing. And you find that they're just ripping you off like this, which you wouldn't otherwise notice. Alright, well potentially anyway. So I've not left any inside this time, which I did last time fortunately. So yeah, alright, so the regular ones had 48 or 47. At least 46 anyway. I counted 46 live, but there was one left in the pack. But you know, so if you want to be very conservative, you can say 46, but there was actually 47. Okay, obviously it will change per pack, I'd imagine, but there we go. Not always guaranteed to have the same. Okay, so doing it into groups of 5, which is a reasonable way of doing it, I would say. Okay, so let's have a look. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. So basically there's, yeah, well, depending on how you want to look at it, I counted 47. So there's one left in the bag of the last one, so 4 less, at least 3. So I know it's not loads, but you know, it's an intentionally smaller amount. And it's not on really, that it's not on at all. So yeah, so there you go, pretty poor that, pretty poor. As I say, your sort of portion size, 2 of these packs plus 2 more, so basically that much there. That's your 127 calories, 7.2 grams of fat, 4.3 of which are saturates. So let's have a look at what they look like on the inside. Pretty much the same as the original chocolate one, just that sort of quite small bubbled aerated chocolate in the middle, so quite nice. By the way, the counters are quite thick. They've got to be quite thick to accommodate the bubbles, but yeah, not too bad. And quite small bubbles as well. The Aero chocolate bars tend to have bigger bubbles, so I like the smaller ones. I think they're too big in actual Aero bars for me. I feel like whisper sized bubbles, so these are still a bit bigger than that, but you know, not too much more bigger. Alright, let's give them a taste, find out what they're like. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, everyone, going to give these Nestle Aero Caramel Melts a taste. Yeah, so the big contention with these ones is they've got less in the pack, or fewer in the pack, or way less anyway. So 86 grams as opposed to 92. Pretty poor that as the regular ones, and it's the same size pack. Yeah, I've opened it, of course. So a bit dodgy. That it's resulting in 4 less basically. Pretty poor that really. But let's give these a taste then. They smell quite nice. This caramel smell, quite a strong burnt caramel smell, but still recognisably caramel, but let's give them a taste. Let's do. Interesting. Obviously very, like the originals, like the regular ones, very velvety, very smooth, melt in the mouth, lovely soft centre, but quite moussey, velvety as I say. Got a bit more of a flavour to these, obviously being flavoured with caramel. Okay. Obviously, I prefer if they actually had caramel in there. It's a caramel flavour. It's not too bad a caramel flavour. It does add a bit to them. I think the weak point of Nestle chocolate is their milk chocolate, generally. It does work in some instances like Yorkie and Kit Kats. It's quite nice with generally, but I think Aeros, I'm not too sure. Okay. Alright. It does mitigate that problem, basically. It does take away from the, I said, a relatively mundane tasting chocolate without that caramel taste, but it does catch in the throat a bit. It's quite a sort of strong flavour. But it's quite nice. It's quite velvety, as I say. I think the caramel does work with it, as I say, it does give that extra taste. I mean, okay. I think I prefer them than the regular ones, I think, just because that caramel flavour does add a bit to it. It's not the best caramel flavour, though. It is a flavour as well. It's not actual caramel, again, which is, I don't know, a missed opportunity, I would say. overall not too bad. So yeah, not too bad. A nice velvety flavour, nice aerated chocolate. It does give it like a mousse-like taste. It's smooth and melts in the mouth. It's nice. It's slightly above average, I think, purely because of that caramel taste. But it's not a great caramel. It's okay, but it's just a flavour, so that's why it's not anything too great. And it's a bit, it does catch in the throat a bit. It'd just be better if it was actual caramel, I think. I mean, there's no question there, is there really? But it's interesting. It's nice. It's an improvement on the original, but not much so. The original was pretty much the average chocolate. And average chocolate still nice. You know, just because something's an average chocolate, I mean, most chocolates on average are nice. So, but obviously, it just didn't stand up too much. I mean, this one's slightly better than that, really. Not by a massive amount, but that flavour does work to mitigate the weak point of Aero, which I would say is the Nestle milk chocolate doesn't work that well in that instance, in Aero's instance, which is why it's not one of my favourite bars really. But if you do love Aero, obviously you're going to be at home with this. Obviously this one has the caramel flavouring. If you do like the Aero generally, and like the ones with caramel, and obviously this is no different. It's going to really work for you. But for me, I'd say a nice velvety experience, mousse-like, you know, because it melts in the mouth. By which I mean it's like a mousse of, you know, fridge product, yogurt product sort of thing. Very tasty, very smooth, very delicate, very velvety. But the chocolate taste, you know, while made better with the presence of the caramel, it's not actual caramel, and it's still relatively average, but slightly above it, I would say. Better than the regular ones. 3.5 out of 5. Okay, guys, so if you enjoyed that review, click on all the links that are appearing now, or if they're not there now, they will be there shortly. Leave a like, leave a comment as well. Always great to hear from you, and I always do my best to reply. Subscribe if you haven't already also. Check out the YouTube member program, link for that's in the description. It's a great way to support the channel, really is. And check out the Discord server as well, link for that's also in the description, which is a great way to keep in touch with myself and the community. Yeah, as I say, like the videos, leave a comment, all the other stuff, you know the drill by now. Have a great day also, and I'll see you next time.